The night greed finally revealed itself, and the village felt it before anyone could see it. The wind stopped moving, and even the smallest insects fell silent, as if the earth itself was holding its breath. Every shadow seemed to stretch longer than it should, and the trees whispered secrets to each other in the darkness. In a quiet Nigerian village lived a man who always wanted more. More land, more food, more wealth. What he had was never enough, and he longed for what belonged to others. His eyes followed everything that was not his, and his hands itched to take it. The elders warned him many times. They said the forest keeps records of every greedy heart. They said nothing taken with selfish hands ever stays hidden. They said the land remembers every wrong step, every stolen morsel. But he laughed and ignored their words, believing he was cleverer than the forest, than the village, than the elders themselves. One night, under a pale and restless moon, he stepped into the forest alone. The trees stood still as though frozen in fear. The path grew darker with every step, and the air felt heavy with unseen eyes watching his every movement. Every snap of a branch made him jump, yet he went further. Each sound followed him, each shadow stretched longer than it should, and the forest seemed to close in around him. From that night, the curse began to follow him home. It came softly at first, almost unnoticeable. Strange dreams haunted his sleep. Footsteps echoed behind him when no one was there. Whispers called his name in the dark when he tried to rest. Sleep abandoned him, and fear became his constant companion. Soon, the village noticed subtle changes. His crops began to wither mysteriously. His animals refused to eat, wandering aimlessly. Doors creaked open and shut by themselves. Even his shadow no longer followed him properly, as if he too feared the unseen curse that now clung to him. As the nights passed, the curse grew stronger and bolder. The village could no longer ignore it. His home became a place of fear, a shadow of the man who once lived there. Even the wind seemed hesitant to pass near his house, carrying only whispers of warning. The crops that once fed him now dried under the sun without explanation. His animals wandered, lost and afraid, refusing the food he offered. Doors creaked open on their own, and strange marks appeared where no one had stepped. His own shadow moved strangely, as if it was warning him of the danger he could not yet see. Fear spread quietly through the village. Neighbors spoke in hushed tones and avoided his house after dusk. Children were warned not to speak his name. Women poured salt along their doorways, and men avoided paths near the forest, even during the day. Everyone felt the weight of the curse, though none could touch it. The elders gathered again, this time with voices low, heavy, and trembling. They said the forest does not forgive. They said greed leaves scars not just on the greedy, but on those around them. It had crossed a line that could not be undone. On the fourth night, the man vanished entirely. Only his footprints remained, leading back into the forest as if the earth itself had swallowed him. The village waited and watched, but he never returned. From that day on, the village learned a lesson it would never forget. Greed never walks alone. It is always followed by a curse. The forest remembers, and the shadows watch. Even today, the elders tell the story to remind the young ones: respect the land, respect each other, and never let greed rule your heart. And the forest never forgets.